B2. Just got home from work, and I wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit about Conflict of Nations. And for you Conflict of Nation guys out there in specific, I wanted to talk about alliances for a difference. And you'll notice that I'm in a different alliance. There's no drama. There's nothing behind it. I just wanted to move to an alliance where I thought I would get more activity and more alliance matches. And so if I go into the ranking and I look at alliances, like I want to be where there's a bunch of games being played, and there's 10 matches right now for Last Legion that have been completed. And there's another 8 games that are ongoing. So a total of 18 games. In PMC, we just didn't have anything going. We had our 5 wins. And we had no new matches on the horizon. It just seemed like we weren't able to get into alliance matches. And that's where my interest lies in the game. It's not in overall rankings, really, although I do watch it, and I'm in the top 100 worldwide. I'm not sure out of how many active members that is, but it's still, it's just something that comes along with the game. So in doing that, I contacted Last Legion and made a swap to go from a PMC to Last Legion. And in the middle of that, now PMC has gotten a lot active. Maybe they just needed me to leave to enjoy the game more. I don't know. No drama, though. I talked to Undead Spider. Things are going well. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about is why even join an alliance? Like, why does Conflict of Nations really have alliances? It's something that's been added recently. I started playing, there were no alliances. It was just all about solo ranking. And so I think the game really built up, from a developer standpoint, like a lot of the emphasis has been on single-player games, right? We went from a 26-player game to a 45-player game now. Bigger matches, more people involved, everything's split up. There's not even a 26 option anymore. When those games go out, they're done. And now it's even a change to a bigger map, which is a 100-player map down the road. And that's probably intentional by the developers. It's something they have wanted to do for a while. So we'll see that coming in the next few weeks. But I think what's important to realize is that the people who are playing the alliances are the most active players. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. Like, if you're going to be an alliance, overall you'll find the highest level of activity in there, with the exception of a few players in the top 100 that don't have alliances, that just play, like your Nosses, those kind of guys that really enjoy the ranking. And so if you look and you click on ranking and you go to players tab, you'll see Nos. You can click on him here. He's got it would be right over here, would be the alliance that it's in. And there's nothing on here, but look, games, he's played 31 games that he's joined. And he's ranked up 111,000 points. First player to be over 100 grand, but Rack is chasing him down, and so is Christovi, 2 very good players. But let's look at Rack. Oh, he's in Apocalypse Rising. He's in an alliance. Let's look at Christovi, French Legion. He's in an alliance. Let's look at Ali. Oh, no alliance there. Let's look at Antar 10, member of Dolls. Let's look at Santano, member of PMC. Let's look at Spanky McNeely. He's not claimed yet. Let's look at Bardos, Apocalypse Rising. They got 2 in the top 10. Great job. Gamadactyl, he's a solo player. But so you see, like, a lot of these guys, Sons of Anarchy, he's in an alliance. Even if you go to page 2 and you start looking around, Field General Rommel, he's in Canadian Armed Forces. So a lot of your top players are going to be in alliances, with the exception of a few, right? So right off the bat, that was what? Out of the top 10, there was 6 in an alliance, 4 not. Or maybe 7 and 3. I didn't really pay that close attention as I was reading it off. But you can come down here and look at some more guys. Last Legion, Squirt, solo player. Andy, Last Legion. Sir Tom, PMC. First Surge, Apocalypse Rising. Let's look at Pistol Pyro, the Last Legion. So you can see, like, these are your players that are really the most active. And so what I'm trying to say is that if you enjoy the game at all, you should find an alliance home and join it up on there. Make sure, and that's really simple. So, like, usually there's a button up here that says Join Alliance. When you come into the game thing, it's like Find Alliance. But if not, you can click on the Alliance menu. Let's actually go into here. You can go into the alliance you want, find open alliances, and boom, they all start coming up. Look, here's one with 13. But look at these scores. They're all like 0s and 0s. So how do I know if there's an active one out there? Where do I find an active alliance at, B2? Look, because I could pick from any one of these ones, but I'll be honest, I've never even heard of these guys. So what? Maybe what the sort should be here is that there's an open spot in the alliance. the ones that actually have matches should be shown first, and that might be something I suggest on the forums. So, but if I look, okay, show ranking. All right, there we go. That's the overall ranking. Or find opens, right? Boom. So really, to me, it should be, why does it PMC show up? I guess maybe they don't have it set. They set where you have to apply. So maybe they have it set to where you can just join an alliance by pressing the button, and that makes sense too. You want to fill them up. But I would look towards these alliances right here, the top 7, right? Look, U.S. Army, Imperial Latino, Air Force, War Pigs, Grupo, PMC, and Last Legion. So, and if not, if you can't get into one of those, here's a little trick for you. Go down here, hit the very end, and I don't know why this does this, but it ranks, because they try to go off of ELO ranking, but these are all the other guys who have been in battles. But look, that's a fake alliance, I know that already. But these guys, they're good. They're an active coalition of democratic nations. They're an active clan. They're an active alliance. There's nothing wrong with an 0-2 record. They've played some really good things, and you can see that by clicking on Coalition of Nations. Show combat stats. They lost to French Legion and Last Legion, and those are in the top 7 alliances right there. Even though French Legion's ranked down here, I'll show you. French Legion is probably going to be on the next page because they've got a couple of wins too. Yeah, see, they're 3 and 4, but they're ranked 1,374 in the rankings. They're a great alliance to join. That's Christovi's in that alliance. And then look, Apocalypse Rising. There was 2 players in the top 20 that I named off right there, and they're 1 and 2, but because they've lost 2 battles, they're ranked 1,375. 2 great places to go if you need a home for alliances, and then you can look through. So that's pretty much how it rolls. Don't sleep on these alliances just because they're ranked down here. And that's another suggestion I've made too. Instead of going negative, like give them positive 1 point. And here's why. All these alliances would be in the top 10, and you kick out all these guys who are scared to fight because they don't want to lose their ranking. But they're slowly going down. Look, Persatan, y'all better get some alliance matches going because you're about to get kicked out of the top 10. Same with all these guys all the way down here. All these alliances that have 0 activity. Look, Occupiers, they're ranked 17. They got 1 person. How is that even possible, man? We should get those alliances jumped up there. So, anyway, again, you can go into... Here's what an alliance page looks like if you've joined one. I'm about to rank up, too. That's pretty cool. That's our little icon. But it'll show you like when it was founded, how many wins you have, losses, the average points, all the stats on there, rank number 1. And then it'll show you all the players that are in that alliance. And so there it goes. And you can tell they're active based on the ranks here. The more of these higher ranks that you have, and I would say anything this and above are active because it takes a little bit to get there, and especially to keep it because there's so many people that are active on there. So then if you go into alliance games, we have all these alliance games running. It's very active. And then you have 2 that are out there with Bundeswehr and PMC. We're waiting to fight those guys. So there's 2 pending challenges out there. So, and then, of course, settings, you can leave the alliance or whatever. No big deal. So I just wanted to highlight the alliance page for you guys, get you guys excited, and show you all about that. If you have any questions, hit me in the comments. See you guys.